What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you as ever for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. On the screen, you'll see all of my socials. If you just make sure that you give those a follow for me. Make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Your notifications are turned on, that you are liking, hyping, all of that kind of good stuff. Comment as well if you would like to. If you're listening on the audio side of things, if you could just make sure that you are liking the audio for me as well. And that will mean a great deal for me because it just pushes everything up, gets everything out there, which is where we kind of need to be. God, on camera, this shirt really does look pink, doesn't it? Bloody hellfire. I don't know if it's the right colour for my complexion. Speaking of complexion, apparently I've turned back into being a teenager. Thank the Lord. Just a spotty boy at the moment. Today's video, not that I want to go on about being a spotty boy, but today's video is about how I wish I was wrong in certain circumstances, that when I talk about certain things that maybe I wish that it wasn't a premonition or a pre-warning for what was to come. Farke gave his press conference yesterday and it wasn't good news, depending on how you look at it. Well, there's no way, really, how you could look at it. You could look at it any which way. It's going to be bad news. It doesn't matter how you look at it. So, the headlines are as follows. Definitely out for Monday's game. Dan James, hip abductor problem. Definitely out for Monday's game. Anton Stack, we know, ligament damage. He's going to be out for a while. Rodon is going to be out for a while as well. Doubts for Monday's game. Okafor. Goodmanson. Who else was a doubt for Monday's game? There was somebody else that was. Let me check the Oracle. Let me just quickly check this. Just bear with me. My apologies. So Biol and Okafor are doubtful, and Gabby is also doubtful for Monday as well. So they're not officially out, but we've gone from everybody not being injured to effectively having 5 people who are injured, and pretty much the most important running that is humanly possible. And it isn't good news, no matter which way you look at it. I think we'd all kind of prepared ourselves for Stack definitely going to be out, but it's the one that really concerns me is the Rodon one more than anything. The claim is that they won't be back in April. We won't get them back until May, and that's really bad news as far as I'm concerned. Like I said, just as we look to be getting to a decently strength squad where there's minimal injuries at best, it's come at absolutely the wrong time. But there's me, all glasses always half full kind of guy, and the way that I look at it is that what it means now is that players who may have been on the fringes slightly now have opportunities to step up to the plate and to do more than what they have been doing and to contribute to where we are as well. So, for example, Justin will more than likely come into the right-hand side of the back three. If Biol's not there, then probably Ampadu is going to come backwards into that side of things as well. We've also got Bohr now that's there as well, who hasn't been too bad. But from a midfield point of view, what it means to me is that you've got people like Gruev. I don't want to have a long conversation about Gruev, but it means that Gruev will probably play a little bit more. Longstaff now really has his opportunity. I know he was probably a little bit frustrated with the way that things were going, but Longstaff now has his opportunity to really push on. Tanaka, I'm going to get into a little bit more about Tanaka in a bit, but Tanaka now has a massive opportunity to really stamp his mark on. Nonto should have now a massive opportunity to stamp his mark on the game. If Okafor's not in, you put Nonto in. It's not even up for discussion. That's the way that it should be working. We've got to put our trust in the squad. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be looking at this and going, right, what can we do to make this better or make this work for us? And it's really weird because I'm probably going to spend the next 2 or 3 days convincing myself that a loss against Manchester on the Monday isn't going to be the worst thing in the world, and that we need to accept that that might be what's going to happen, and we just purely because of the way things are, we just kind of have to get into it. I was talking to Jer about this, where we feel like that now, we'll get to it before, and it'll be like, oh, we can get something from this game, and it's weird the way that football does stuff to you. The interesting point about this game as well is that by the time we play Manchester, they won't have played for nearly 24 days. So, is there a chance that they could be a bit rusty? I don't know. I'm not. Usually I'm always confident, but I'm not confident going into the Manchester game. The ones that we really need to be, earmarking and making sure. I mean, we've talked about it. There's the Wolves game, there's the Burnley game, there's the Bournemouth game. We've got a really close cluster of games in a very, very short period of time before the semi-final of the FA Cup. So people are going to have to get the game faces on, and people are going to have to step up to the mark and step up to the plate. My big thing is Rodon. That's the thing that really worries me. Rodon, I don't know if it might just be a case of being uber cautious, but Rodon, we really need his calm sensibility there. He's an ever-present. He just plays fantastically well. You can rely on him. You can trust him. Biol is the other one. Biol he's just a machine, and I don't want him to miss games. I really don't want him to miss games because that's going to upset me a great, great deal, in all honesty. So, yeah. Oh, God. It makes it interesting. And the funny thing is I've seen a lot of West Ham fan accounts like, is it West Ham Central? And some other places going, oh, well, that's the best thing that Kilman's done since he came to West Ham. And look at what we did. We might have lost the game, but it means that we're going to win the war, quote unquote. So taking players out is apparently what they wanted to do. There's the other news as well, throwing this in there about players that are injured. Kudus from Spurs has redone, is going to have to go and have an operation now, so he can't come back for Spurs as well. So how poignant is that going to be for Spurs? And then, out of nowhere last night, Mateo Joseph has done his ACL at Mallorca. Seriously, who has put a hoodoo on us? Who is burning effigies to make this happen to us at this moment? I know he's not our player at the moment. I know he's out on loan. That's fine. I understand that. It's not a problem, but slightly concerning, the number of injuries. But like I said, these players are just going to have to stand up and be counted. They're going to have to go out there and attempt, or at least try to do the business and do what we know that they can do. I'm confident in the players that can come in, even though they've not had a lot of game time. But yeah, it's not the best news. It's devastating, in all honesty, because we were looking like for the run-in that we were going to have people fit and healthy and able to do what we wanted them to do to get us over the line. So I'm trying to be really positive and not let the negativity sort of fly up and really sort of come into fruition on that one. But we'll see where we are. It was also interesting to hear what Farke had to say about Tanaka yesterday in the press conference as well. Graham Smith asked him about Tanaka and is he going anywhere? Is this, that, and the other? And there was just some interesting points that Farke made, that it would appear that Tanaka is extremely self-critical of him as a footballer and what his capabilities are. And I think it's fair to say that he might be suffering from imposter syndrome a little bit, where he thinks that he kind of doesn't feel like he fits in the Premier League or fits as a Premier League player, which is, it's just mental to me, that, because the games that I've watched him play, he's been absolutely brilliant. So maybe it is a confidence issue with Tanaka. Maybe that's why he's not gotten enough game time, but we can all see how good he can be when he does play. So, yeah. We'll just have to wait and see how that one progresses and how that one moves. And remember me saying about Tanaka needs to play in the game against Manchester. Don't be surprised now if it's Gruev that you see in the midfield, along with Ampadu and probably Longstaff as well. So, it's going to be... I just wish it wasn't this way, but it is. What can you do apart from just support the lads and get behind them 100%? There's nothing else that you can do about it. It's going to do it for this one. Injury crisis, are we? Take care of each other. Most importantly, please take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you very much for stopping by. Cheers.